I wanted to talk about bad movies because I think we live in a society that is obsessed with bad movies. I think we value bad movies more than we value something that's perhaps a good film. So what is it about bad movies that you like?
I just thought they're fun. I always liked the bad action movies, like from the '80s. Were always like Commando and Running Man. Those kind of got me into this. And then because I was known for this, I was asked to do a bad movie show at Laugh Factory a few years ago. And then I thought like, okay, we'll do like Hackers or whatever. And then I was like, there's got to be worse movies out. And that's when I found this whole new world of these bad movies. And you kind of like, that window is like obviously The Room or Miami Connection and Samurai Cop. And it's crazy. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's just so fun to watch. Like it's just so enjoyable and so ridiculous, but like in a very like we're trying to make it the best we can way. Do you know what I mean?
When you grow up with the 3 channels and you want to watch anything, again in those days, those channels used to show movies all night. You'd watch anything. So you didn't really discern between what was good and what was bad. You were just watching a movie.
Well, I think too, like you grew up in a great era, and I'm just a tale ahead of that. But I still grew up in the '80s, where all of a sudden like VHS is a thing, and, video stores are a thing.
Nobody has the movie I want.
Hey, if it's on video, Blockbuster probably has it. Our superstores have over 10,000 videos.
Wow.
And they need content, but they don't have the money for it. So all of a sudden you have a flood of anybody that can make anything. It's like the first. Like,
well, in the early era of the VHS too, the first guys who made any kind of serious money were taking anything that was in public domain. And of course, a public domain film is going to be a bad film, usually, except for It's a Wonderful Life, which they let the copyright run out of that. So that's another story. But it stood to reason that the early VHS days were going to be bad movies.
When I was growing up, I grew up with movies like Tim Burton's Batman, and you would look forward to Fox's Saturday morning sort of serial cartoons. This was called like Fox Kids, and they had like Spider-Man and X-Men.
Oh, yeah. And
this correlates to bad movies because we kind of grew up with that, and I think bad movies in a way, especially for our generation, it relates to nostalgia and childhood, and it's something that makes you feel comfortable.
It was like a warm feeling to watching
exactly.
movies.
Yeah.
If you go to the average person on the street and you say, let's sit down and watch Last Year at Marion Bad, the Renoir film, they would go, I hate this film. This is terrible. And, well, you could say, well, it's the greatest film ever made. And they would say, well, not in my perspective. Well, his opinion is just as legitimate as mine.
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
Soyez attentifs. Un objet. Un geste. Un décor.
No!
And that's what makes bad movies fun.
Yeah.
It's a perspective thing.
Of
I think
course.
also like you're dealing with, okay, so we talk about like the 80s, right? And VHS and DVD, DVD later on in the 90s.
This is DVD. The picture is twice as sharp as VHS.
Where now you have the ability to rewatch a movie.
Right.
So what's more rewatchable? Something that's fun that you can laugh with your friends with.
Exactly,
Or
yeah.
something that changes your life and then you watch it and doesn't change your life as much because you know all the
You've
terms.
already changed your life.
Yeah, because it's already
Good
affected
point.
you, and then you're like, yeah, this is a beautiful movie, but like I want to see Schwarzenegger.
Dylan! You son of a bitch.
Van Damme or
Exactly.
Norris or whoever.
Because it's more fun, to view something because we already have hard lives as it is.
Right.
We want to escape a little
I
bit.
don't watch Boy in the Striped Pajamas every night. Like that made me sad. Like I don't want to
You
watch
also
it.
make a good point. Once you experience something that enriches you, for example, if I see Federico Fellini's 8.5,
Yeah.
and it makes such a tremendous impact on me, I'm not revisiting it every 2 years because I want to feel that impact for the rest of my life.
Yeah, you have you have diminishing returns.
Right.
every
Whereas
single time.
whereas a bad movie, you don't have to worry about that.
Right.
That's
You're just-
emotionally-
you're
So
just
it's
having some
already
fun.
shit.
Right.
So it's not gonna get better. So now you can find the fun in it. You know.
Oh, it's just kind of part of the machine that was built, because when you talk about the mid 70s, you had Jaws and Star Wars, and that's kind of when audiences kind of found what they wanted in a way, and that's when Spielberg and the studios found what people wanted.
We also have to agree that those are shit movies done very well.
What?
In some ways.
In some ways,
In some ways,
yes.
the premises themselves.
Commercial filmmaking is shit. Yeah.
Well, the premises themselves are kind of what drive shitty movies in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? Like a beast that's following you, or like this intergalactic, whatever. It's just that they're done very well. And that's a good thing too about the 80s is like you have this cocaine-fueled film industry that are like, Jaws did great. We'll make our own version of Jaws. Or like, what's popular? Breakdancing? All right, let's do a breakdancing movie.
A lot of breakdancing.
Yeah.
Well, you also make a point too about what is Star Wars, but Buck Rogers done with a better script and better production value.
Yeah, right.
A little bit of Joseph Cotten.
I mean, you can debate this all day, but you make a great point by saying, these revered audience movies are just upticks of what these guys loved when they were kids, and most of them were bad movies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even the audacity of a bad movie can move me at times. Like Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. It's just, the first one is virtually unwatchable. So why am I seeing the second one? Because I want to see what they do that piggybacks off of that terrible first one, and it moved me. It was so audaciously bad that they camped it up. They
didn't give a
it.
shit.
They
And
didn't
that
give
was
a
it.
shit. And they made their 150 million and they went home.
Nights can be empty and nights can be cold. So you were looking for someone to hold.
What are your favorite bad movies? Let's talk about our favorite bad movies a little bit here.
As a kid or now?
Just like, I would say
all
now.
time, yeah, all time.
The movies I've seen the most. American Ninja 2. Commando.
Let off some steam, Bennett.
Love Commando.
Double Impact with Jean-Claude Van Damme for sure. Running Man's one of my favorites.
How about the lights? The Running Man.
I personally like Kickboxer over Bloodsport. Black Eagle, No Retreat, No Surrender. Solar Babies, Surviving the Game. Judgment Night, Troll 2.
Oh my God!
Vibrations, Miami Connection, Samurai Cop is really funny. There's a movie called Roar. In Neil Breen movies, that guy's a megalomaniac.
As a serious filmmaker, I'm committed to doing this. This is not a whim for me.
Over the Top, I fucking love.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, the movie's great.
The Wizard's
With a power
amazing.
glove?
Yeah,
I love
that movie
Power
basically
Glove.
just sold that
So
glove.
bad.
I love the Power Glove. It's so bad.
Go watch Hawkeye.
Have you met Charles Wilson?
No, I'm sorry, I haven't met Charlie.
Dude, you got a book in you.
Yeah. Well, I literally own almost
told you.
3,000 DVDs.
Oh my God.
So my memory, the fact I can even memorize all the movies I have is incredible.
I told you he knows his bad
All
movies.
right.
So I think in conclusion,
I'll stop talking
we
about it.
No,
it's
you're
great to have
awesome.
you talk
It's
about
totally
it because, wow.
Seriously, dude.
Like, yeah, I can't wait to edit this. No, actually, I can't. Yeah, I'd say with that, we love bad movies because, I mean, outside of the commercial machine that makes us want to see them more than something
Yeah.
that's more introspective. It's good comfort food for the soul, as you said.
Yeah.
And it's something that we can all enjoy. And like even tonight, it's like we want to go see those and tell our friends about them. And yeah, bad movies have good value to them.
I think
is
too,
what
like,
I'm saying.
the people that these creators of them too, I think they like because they didn't intentionally make it. My mom went to the writer of Rooskies, went
Yeah.
to like some YMCA to talk about movie writing,
Yeah.
and my mom went to it to see it, and then he like talked about his process and all that, and then she like literally at the end was like, my son loves your movie. It's great.
Wow.
And then like he literally his response was like, I've never heard anybody even mention that movie before.
Wow.
And it like made him happy that like it's a movie I've probably seen 20 times in my life.
Wow.
I own it on DVD. It was one of the hardest things I've ever found. And
What is this?
Rooskies.
Oh, Risky, right.
And I mean, think about that. If this is the thing you always wanted to do as a comedian
Right.
who's struggling to like get past a certain level. Like if somebody walks up to me in the middle of the street and is just like, hey, I've been thinking about your joke. I'm like, how do you even recognize me? He's like, I've just been thinking about it all week. And it's like those things where like,
Yeah.
it's nice. Same thing like with what you guys are doing. How great is that when you get like an email or if you get recognized or like just being like, I love watching it. Like I watch it. I look forward
Yeah.
to these things.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Even though what you're making is shit.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, guys, and have a great one. You'll probably agree.
Yeah.